last tournament, like, and this has happened before, some people's recordings will, like, attach to someone else's, like, thing that they created. So, like, I think my team is recording, I created it, and one of our other matches end up being the video that shows. So, like, Tracy, who does the 17, she was like, you guys, it wasn't us.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, oh no.
But it happened to us before.
Yeah.
And I've seen it in the past few years happen.
You guys just have like a different way to record them. Like just, you could just like video record them and then like upload them somehow or something. Like instead of...
I guess you can. But this is just a way that Amanda figured out was the easiest for everybody. But
That makes sense.
like, I don't have enough data or like storage on my phone to record that much
Gotcha.
stuff. Like, so when you go live, I don't think it takes up all of that, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh well.
It does it like in the cloud kind of instead of...
Right?
Yeah.
Also, like it feels muffled at the same time. It's weird.
Yeah.
Did you guys just chill today? I know it's like, I don't really want to do, like, make plans.
Yeah.
And I still, like, because I, like, slept a little bit today, and then, you know, did some things around the house where I was like, I need to, like, shower and get ready. And then you feel like the thing you do in the morning, and you're like, I'll hurry up. But,
My mom's birthday was yesterday, so we went out with her last night. So we were out until like almost midnight, which is late for me. But
which is perfect in the afternoon.
yeah.
That's cool. Where'd you guys go?
Sherman's Lounge. It's in Clinton Road up just past Hunthead. And one of her friends plays in a band, and their band is like,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah. So it was a good time.
Was it a big birthday or just
68. Yeah. I mean, every year is a big birthday for my mom. Yeah, she throws a party every year.
Oh, for herself. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you were going to say, like, she's overcome so much in life. It's a miracle that she makes it another year.
No. She loves celebrating me. So her birthday is the perfect reason to be like, everybody, it's my birthday, come on. You know, which she does. And it's one of the only times she gets us to go to the bar, so we don't go a lot. She asks us a lot, but we don't go a lot, so it works out in her favor.
We got invited to go see a band at a bar near us. And I don't really love this restaurant, so to speak, but the bar part, like, I've been there, but I was like, whatever. It was my husband's brother and his wife invited us, and I'm like, I feel like they don't invite us a ton, so, like, we should go. So when we go, we enjoy it. That's just saying, like, whatever. Like, hey, you want to meet up to usually it's like last minute things, like, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? You want to meet here, have dinner, watch the Tiger Gate, you know, like, whatever.
2000s, like, rock.
Yeah.
So it was, like, all, you know.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good,
Like as long as it's chill, I can like them. And it's like people are being obnoxious. I want nothing to do with it. But it wasn't like I don't think it started until like 9.
okay.
When they were like, we're gonna go 8 or 9, but whatever it was, I was like, okay, well I felt like I had done everything for the day. And then we were sitting around waiting for that time to arrive. And I like fell asleep on the couch and then I was like, do I have to go? I don't want to go, but I should go. And I'm so tired. Why are we choosing to leave the house at 8 o'clock at night? Who does that? Like, as if I've never done this before. Like, it's like, the older I get, the more I'm like, no.
No, thank you.
But it ended up being fun and we stayed later than we planned on.
That's awesome. I just saw that girl and she's wearing Revo, so our other team must be playing over there somewhere. They look like
Anybody else?
maybe not. Maybe it just looks like.
Because our other 15's team is already done.
Oh,
They didn't play in here, but they've been done for a while.
okay.
Because I asked my daughter, she wanted to come help me because she coaches on that team.
Okay,
And I was
gotcha.
like, I don't know why I didn't think about this. If you want to come help me,
Maybe it's one of our players. Is that one of our people?
that Lindsay is. Oh yeah, that's Chloe.
That's Chloe. That's why. I was like, I swear that person's wearing our.
And then like Ethan's in Pontiac, and then Tracy is
Washington Township.
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington Township. Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, it is a little warm in here.
The only thing though I feel like is a bummer. I don't mind afternoon, but it's gonna feel late and it's gonna feel extra early in the morning, and then you have to finish with roughing.
Yeah.
Like when you're ready to go and you're like, oh, but hang on, we gotta run.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, we got the.
I know this is not. We have been given the nicer schedule before, so I guess we're due. But
Well, and then tomorrow, like, we don't know what we play until we finish, right? So,
everything looks like it starts at 8 or 9.
in the morning. Oh, boy.
I know. I'm like, I don't like the 8 a.m. ones.
No. Especially not ever being here until 10 o'clock like that. That's going to be all late, and then, ooh.
They kind of have like a bigger gap between the two waves. And I'm sure it's to give their refs an actual break.
Yeah.
But it also feels like we should be an hour ahead of the schedule.
Venture the lines of the West. Right this morning. Which one do you want? The
She
blue
wants
book?
that one. She wants the blue and the front and the thing on the back. The roster on the back. Like, I don't know why my brain puts with the roster. two I know for sure are coming. I don't know if anybody else is coming.
Have they been to any of the other ones?
Not yet. This is the first one. Yeah, and I was like, it's in Livonia. You do not have to come. And she's like, I haven't been to any of them. I have to come. Okay.
Has she been around like all of Gerald's life?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've been best friends since 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So she has 3 kids. And then she has a exchange student that lives with her.
Oh.
So last year's exchange student was coming back, which is kind of cool. It was going to stay with them for like a month and a half, and then now they have a female exchange student. Last year was boy, this year was girl. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
How old is her son that will be coming?
He will be 16 on the 15th of next month. So close. They're all close, which is nice. Yeah, he's older, and then Dylan is like a month younger than her, and then Bridget is like a year and a half younger than her.
So everybody enjoys being together when you're together.
Yeah. Except Dylan, he's a little awkward, but
Is he the only boy?
no.
Oh.
No. Gabe is super like friendly and will talk to anyone, and Dylan is like, I'm here. Like he's just, I'd rather be playing video games, or I'd rather be like off with his own friends, or like, you know, he's just okay. Which is funny because when they were kids, they were inseparable. Like they were like, you couldn't get them away from each other. And I babysat her kids when they were little, and so like every time it was like, Dylan's here, and now it's like they don't really talk much.
It's funny
It's
how
like,
age does that.
yeah,
Very sad.
yes,
They blame it on the hormones.
yeah. I just always place it on Dylan. I'm like, it's just Dylan. Yeah. I'm like, that's just him. And they're all like super tall. So Gabe is like 6'4". Yeah. He's so excited. He already passed his driver's test and everything. So as soon as his birthday hits, he'll have his license. So he's like super ready. Yeah. too hot.
Yeah, it's warm. Given how cold it is outside, I was not expecting it to be.
This warm in here? Yes. Yes. They're what? Yeah. They're broken again.
Oh. Overuse.
It happens within like 4 or 5 practices every time. Yeah, 4 or 5 practices, and then they're like this. Can you feel it? There's like nothing left. Nothing left in there.
I wonder if it's like the shape of her kneecap or something.
Maybe. I got big kneecaps.
Because Lydia, we have to get rid of them eventually because she's really sweaty.
Oh,
And there was
okay.
nothing we can, like, I've tried all of the things.
It might be, because like I have a big kneecap.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's a
I
big
wonder
knee.
if it, like, because I know with shoes I wear them, like, my big toe is bigger than average. And so,
It makes
like,
your shoes.
even if I keep my toenails really short, which I like to, just the toe
Yeah.
makes whatever.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, maybe. I mean, her kneecap isn't as big as mine, but it is big.
Is it? He's like,
Like mine, like this.
oh yeah, it is very 3D.
Not
How are
that
you?
big.
I was just thinking this morning,
I
like,
haven't seen you in so long.
seen you.
I'm excited. How was your trip? You were in Canada for a little bit.
We were in
Easter
2 days
or something.
because Ella, my oldest, goes to university there, and so she couldn't get back because her finals are happening now.
Yeah.
And she had class Monday morning at I forgot. So we went there, right? For 2 days and rented a house and did.
They just left.
My
So
kids
they're
still
on their
all
way.
wanted to do the story.
Just you.
Like I figured, like we would be getting like Gracie's like a 6th grader. Like I thought we would be like getting like where everyone was outgrowing things. And I mean, even my 19-year-old is totally like solidly knows there has not been an ear bunny.
And Matt were like, I want to do this story time. And I was like, it's just me, Quinn's in Korea for 6 weeks. So I was like, how about instead of me like getting you guys this really cheesy Easter basket, why don't we just, we'll go to Target, you each get, the same amount of money, pick whatever you want.
Did that work?
No!
Okay, I was gonna say because my kids, everyone keeps recommending that to me, and now Lydia's idea post Easter was that every year I buy them a jelly cat. I put it in the basket, with a little bit of candy, and then that might seem the same, but not be a bunch of garbage in a basket.
That's my biggest concern. I was like, I'm literally just buying random
People aren't
junk.
walking back.
So normally we do an Easter egg hunt at my in-laws, at my brother-in-law's house.
Yeah.
They've got like 15 acres. They do it all around. All the kids go around and go crazy with it. But Quinn had left that same day. So Mac was not having it, and by the time it was in the afternoon, Nora was already like an emotional mess. And I was like, you guys, let's just stay home. And I'm like, all right, that's a good idea. But then now Nora's like, but I really wanted to do an Easter egg
Do you
hunt.
need eggs to do an Easter egg
No,
hunt?
my mom did one already. And then Tracy ended up doing one for the dogs.
Oh my goodness. If our dog had friends, we totally would do that.
So Tracy has a lab and I have a tiny little mix of a dog. And he went over there because we were at my parents' house or something. Or no, we went to go visit my grandma. So I dropped the dog over at Tracy's and she's like, well, I'm doing an Easter egg hunt for them. And I'm like, but we're on the same page that we did not do an Easter egg hunt for the girls. And she's like, yes. I'm like, okay. Perfect. I'm here
Just
for
the
it.
dogs.
I'm here for it. It was the funniest thing. She's like, oh my gosh, they had so much fun.
Like, what did she hide to make them
Like the shapes and
inside?
yes.
Oh, they were in the egg?
I don't know if it was like I don't know. I actually don't know what she did, but yes. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm warm. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
I know, I felt weird sending that out, but I'm like, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be 50, but like, it's Michigan, so. But the way the weather's been, it's been like off the rails.
I just got an alert on my phone that freeze is possible.
Yes,
tonight or
there might
something
be
like
snow
that.
tomorrow.
Yes. And then
I
what was
like
it?
less than half an inch, go away fast.
It's not gonna
but-
stick, right? Like the ground's
but
solid enough.
the fact that like okay, was that Thursday I was wearing
Was
like
80s
t-shirts,
t-shirt,
shorts, and
top.
flip flops.
Yes. Yes. I know. It's so annoying. It was within 24 hours that we're like snowboarding, and then I'm driving to work the next day, and it's like ice possible on the road. Please be careful. And I'm like,
Really?
Talking about
I don't even know. I can't.
If you want to sit down, I'm like,
oh,
oh, yes, it's fine. Very good.
Like, what are we
You
doing
just
right now?
tolerate it. And I was looking at my own air conditioner, like, oh, I got to take the cover off, blow out the leaf, get it ready. And then I looked at the weather and I was like, no, I don't. Just kidding. I'll just open the windows and turn the fan on.
I
It'll
do
be fine.
enjoy the open the window temperature though, especially like you know, they say you're supposed to like burp your house every day. I'm like, I'm not doing that when it's like negative something.
I do when it's like 20 degrees. I will, but like
yeah.
negatives, absolutely. I know. My thermostat's like 7.5 when it's
Exactly.
cold outside. I've got like 18 blankets on. No. Nope, I'm not doing it.
Actually, not this winter. The one pro of getting older. If I don't get hot flashes, I am now just hot all the time.
Oh, okay.
Which was interesting. So my doctor was asking me about it. In the fall, I was having all these memory issues, so I made an appointment, and I'm like, I'm a mess. I'm my own Easter eggs for Betsy, right? Like, I'm like, it is like off the rails.
We'll find them next year. We don't know where they are.
So she's asking about like hot and all this, and I was like, no. And then
that's
she,
all right.
well, so then she goes in to do the blood work, and I'm watching my kids. Normally, I run so cold.
Yeah.
Like I'm always freezing cold, and I'm like,
happened to me. I'm like, I'm not really cold ever
no.
anymore.
Well, so I'm watching Lydia. My kids don't wear coats, right? We're getting out of the car to go to school wearing coats, and I notice I'm wearing like this, and I think I'm like solid, and I'm like, why would I just be hot? Like,
You're like, it's negative. I should be colder.
well, exactly. I'm like, no flashes, but so it works out for me. Yeah.
Like I wear vests
It'll be fine.
because and like I know people think that's silly and I used to think vests were silly, but you know what?
Seeing it.
And all the other things and the hotness, like because I'm not silent. It's like I'm going from the car to the store to the house to the house to
And that might be smart because, okay, so when I was testing, I wasn't cold, but I knew it was like negative. And I was like listening, you know, oh, don't be outside for this long, or you're going to frostbite and it'll destroy your tissue. I'm like, no, I don't feel cold.
Does it still happen?
Apparently, yes.
Oh, it's the skin that's actually
Like
getting frostbite, not the
your
inside.
tissue, like the freezing point of water doesn't change. That's what one of the doctors explained to me. Or whatever. The freezing point doesn't change just because of your hormone levels changes.
Good to know.
I was like, oh, that's an excellent. So I still, like, I would be out taking my car in this and my, like, heavy duty mittens that I wore for ski racing. Because it's negative 20.
And you're touching it with your hands.
And I'm like, so my hands don't feel good, but then later they do hurt. So I started, but I wonder, the other thing he said was you do need to pay attention that even though you don't feel cold, you have to keep your core warm because your organs still need a certain temperature, right? And so the vest might be, I have cardigans all the time. But then I was thinking with the core situation, like it's open in the front, so I'm like,
the longer one.
right.
I love
And that's
those.
smart.
I love those. I want one so
Well,
bad.
they look cozy. I was kind of eyeing them, and then I was like, well, then I was hoping for spring.
I liked it. And I've been on the HRT for 1 year now. I just went for my
Wow.
1 year checkup and they adjusted some yeah, like I'm not really really hot. Still a little hot at night.
See, it's not really bothering me. I didn't notice until I was actually looking for it. Now, summer's coming, and that may become an issue.
I got a cooling blanket last year and I really
And
like
that helpful.
I like my pillow to be cold.
Me too. Okay, I have a cooling pillow.
And my husband's a
you
hot
wake up and everything's wet.
Yeah, that's when you know. Yeah.
My body's definitely shifting. Like I've always been cold, and then the last like 2 years during the in my
Yep.
one blanket. My husband's like, "Are you okay?"
Where before it was probably like socks.
Oh, socks.
Oh, yeah.
Like, put it up in like 4 blankets, and my husband's like, "I cannot sleep with you because I'm so hot." And he will just sleep with like the flat sheet. And I'm like,
Luckily, my husband's body temperature is kind of. I mean, he can go outside and not be like freezing cold, but he likes to sleep warmer. So it's always been okay.
right, like,
Shut the heater back. Close down.
send it somewhere else. It's so funny because Matt is a hot box. Nora is a hot
Now
box.
he's thinking about it.
Yeah, they're both hot. Quinn is hot, and I'm like, can you all stop? And of course, they're all the biggest snugglers, and I'm like, y'all, I get it, I'm cold, but like body heat and my own heat is like a whole different thing. I'm like, I don't want your body heat with my body heat. That's too much. I'm like, I don't. Nope. Too much.
See, it never used to bother me, but now, like, I get overheated so easily.
My body's all over the place right now. I'm having so many health issues that it doesn't know what it's doing.
Sorry.
Like,
Okay,
we'll figure it out.
okay, related to the whole fall thing. Have you had your, not iron, but ferritin checked?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been having joint issues since I had Gracie. They put me, like, crazy, like, I had MRIs, all this stuff, blah, 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 whatever. And finally, like, they kind of had stabilized, I knew how to be careful. So with my being dumb as rocks and not able to remember anything, my new doctor tested for ferritin. It was crazy low. They put me on iron. I haven't even started the hormones yet. And my memory, like, and my joint issues. Like, I went to, like, every specialist and, like I had ankle fasciitis, my back was, like, easily injured, my neck. Yeah, like every single, they told me I had some, like, joints, like, my joints were too loose and came out of, like, they got out of alignment too easily, so it was just something I would have to deal with forever. And just to be careful. The ferritin, okay, it fixed the brain fog first, and I started noticing, I forget, look, I had a day where I overdid it. I had to wake up the next morning and need to, like, take out the painkiller and do, you know, I have my little,
Hey,
what
is
little
this?
things that I know to do to, like, heal myself and do all my work. Like, I have my hobbies that I've had to do for the past 12 years, and I woke up and I'm like I was like a little sore because I had legitimately overdone it, right? Like, my muscles were sore, but my joints were fine. Like, I had to wear orthopedic shoes all the time, like 24 hours a day. Like,
So all of my levels, I've like checked all of my levels, my iron, everything. I am all within normal range, but I'm on the lower end.
So I switched doctors. I stopped going to, like, my normal GP and I moved to this one with internal medicine and functional medicine, which I didn't realize, but she's really good with the hormones, and I thought that I was dumb as rocks because of hormones.
Where is she out of?
Commerce. I can give you her name.
Send it to me.
Her name is Sydney. The main doctor is, like, Dr. Jane.
Hold on, let me get it out.
Jane is her last name. Jane. Jain. But I was able to get in with her, like, nurse practitioner faster.
What is her first name?
Okay, well, my doctor's name is Sydney. I forget her last name.
Is it this one?
Unless Alpha is her first name. Oh, yeah, Alpha Jane. That's probably her. And she's in practice with her husband. Commerce, we're going to take a screenshot of that. They are amazing. Like, I feel healthier than I have since, like, before I started having babies. Okay, whatever. Look, I've got all the weight that I gained because I couldn't exercise without. Yes, that's my doctor. No, that's not my doctor. My friend likes her. She knows her. So just her practice is great.
Commerce primary care.
Sydney's not on there, I think. Oh, no, she is now. There we go. I was going to say that looked kind of like, but really all of them. My friend wanted me to go to Dr. Jane. But Dr. Jane couldn't get me in for 2 months, and I really, really wanted to start remembering things. And
moderately concerned about the fact that I had like dementia.
I completely understand.
Right? Like I was like, I'm like, you know what? And Sydney apparently would bump me up to Dr. J, and she like
Really needed
like felt like she couldn't completely handle it, but she looked at my stuff and she's like, yes. And she's been shadowing, yes. She's been shadowing Dr. James for like 10 years and just started taking her own medication.
I have such bad brain fog right now, but I think it's more stress related than anything. Like my husband travels for work, he's gone for months
Yeah.
at a time. Like
Yeah, that would make me
it's
insane.
exhausting, right? So I think it's more that. But I worry about it. I have Alzheimer's in my brain.
Well, and that's like I was concerned.
Right.
Now I will say most of my levels were within the normal range, but at the bottom.
That's where I'm at.
But a lot of them, like the ferritin, she's like, okay, so well, okay, she didn't show me the things. I googled them myself later. So like for her, I think I was like a 11 or 13. Where she would like to see me as somewhere between, it was either 50 or 75.
You're not even close to that.
She's like, now at this point, I don't think we need transfusions, but
Isn't that so crazy
I'm like-
how wide our ranges are? It'll be like 13 to 120, and you're at like 14, and you're like,
Okay.
oh, you're fine.
well, so
You're like, what?
That's a massive range.
These kind of levels or are they these kind
Well,
of levels? Like, it's hard to understand.
I was talking to one of Lydia's specialists, and they were saying if like at those lower levels, it's not damaging your organs and things, so it's considered normal.
You're like, but it is.
But you're not going to feel healthy if you're there.
And to me, that sounds like damaging my organs.
Whereas this doctor, like they're all about you, like feeling healthy, not just being.
Well, and it's for age range too, right? Like the age
Yes.
range has the same range of numbers that we're supposed to be at, but the age could be from 18 to 50.
Yes.
And you're like that. Those are such different life stages and body stages. Like I am at 18 years old, I'm not the same as a 50-year-old body.
Your hormones are completely
Yes.
different.
Way
And
different.
some of you like stop having cycles, and some are like
Right.
yeah.
And at 18, you're like super hormonal. At 50, you're super hormonal, but for different reasons, like different hormones.
And it's all about your body.
Right.
We were talking to a cardiologist about getting, like, well, okay, after me getting all my testing done, okay, and Lydia, we kind of put her on a moratorium because she'd gotten so much. But at that point, I was talking to him, and I'm like, if me having, like, low ferritin, like, impacted me that severely, and her stuff makes it so she's more likely to be vitamin deficient, just, like, by nature, right? Right. And I was like, should we have her tested? And he was very much like, yes, but also it's all about like her own body, so she might need
Something else.
like way more magnesium or whatever iron than a normal
12
person.
versus omega.
Well,
Or,
to not have the brain fog and the dizziness and the fatigue and all those things, he's like, so it really is. He was encouraged me. Okay, we have a really mediocre pediatrician. It's kind of rough.
most primary cares are, unfortunately.
So he was encouraging me to. We now have a good primary care.
I think that's my biggest thing is like anytime you go to a
Okay,
traditional
I love
primary
my new
care,
doctor.
It's they're looking for your like as long as you don't have any major issues, you can see a primary. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like they're not taking it seriously if you're not in an extreme level of something.
My thing is like, let's take care of things before we, like my
Well,
sister
that's
has
very
done
much
her
for her.
whole like DNA, what's it called?
Genetic testing.
Like genetic testing. And she's
There.
like, she was thinking of a newborn baby. Okay, well I know she's like predetermined to have this, that, and the other. So what do you say on top? Like, yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I love that.
But you kind of know.
It's almost kind of creepy.
A little bit.
It's kind of like the AI stuff taking over the world.
Okay.
Right? Like,
I have never gotten Geraldine tested, but I have been tested for genetic testing just because cancer runs strong in our family.
yeah.
But just for cancers,
Right.
not like
Right. So I recently got diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, the lowest that you can have. But they did some genetic testing for that, and then my sister, I have one full sister, so she shared all But this says with ferritin, because chronic kidney disease and chronic inflammation, patients may have normal or high. So I don't know if I could do ferritin.
No, but it says but still have functional iron deficiency. You see that? I didn't notice that.
But like my iron levels,
But see, that's what I was saying. Like, what that's saying is it might say it's high, but you still are iron deficient. That's what the cardiologist is
like
explaining
I
to
need
me.
the doctor to
Yes.
like all of this because like
Yes.
now I feel like I'm seeing the specialist, and
Yes.
the specialist, and I'm like,
Well,
I want that too.
when you have
according
when you have chronic kidney disease, you want to take as little as physically possible because your kidneys filter energy.
right, yeah.
Oh, there you
So,
So you don't want to be taking X, Y, and Z.
Like I just met with a dietitian through it's part of the program.
Yeah.
Seeing my kidney doctor.
who's your kidney doctor?
This is the other thing. Trying to remember every single doctor's name.
That's okay.
Oh my God.
My mom goes to Stephen Klein.
He's in,
He's in Clarkston.
no, this is, I think that's who my dad goes to.
Klein.
This
He's
is
really
in
good.
Nova.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like at Providence, there's like an outbuilding.
Okay.
And I like him. He's also like in Southfield and somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
There's like a certain 1 week of the month that he comes out to Nova, and that's when my appointment will be. And like I want to get to a point where like I'm not seeing him as hard, right?
Yeah. Oh, for
My
sure.
diet needs to change, and a lot of it has to do with sodium.
Right. So you have to be low sodium?
Yeah, basically. But like I'm still trying to get a
Low
grasp on
sodium,
it.
low sugar.
Okay.
It's funny because like I already was kind of trying to watch my sugars, like I had been for a long time because I'm hypoglycemic. And all the diet stuff that they send seems so unsure to me because it seems like sugar is not a big deal. And I'm just like, this is just
Sugar's always been a big deal.
I know.
right?
Like it doesn't say it's not, but the different like recipes and suggestions that they have, I'm like, no, that's too much sugar. What are we doing here? Which I could adjust, but it was nice to like talk with someone about all that. And she was looking at the supplements I was taking, and she's like, maybe you need to look at all of those. Like, do you need to take that many? Why are you taking them? And like, you see something when you're on Instagram, and you're like, oh, that'll help me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Add to cart. Add to cart. Add to cart.
And she's like, maybe just like, so I did like Google all the different things and make sure that I was in the right. And I wasn't too, there was one that I took out that I was like, okay, I probably don't need that. That's too much of this. But then like, the goal would be to get that stuff from your food.
Right. Exactly.
Instead of
That's
just
another
taking
problem
supplements.
we deal with in the U.S.
Yes.
is like half of our food isn't what it should be.
Right.
Right? Like,
Oh, good.
most of our food is highly processed. Even the way we process our milk
Yeah.
is not okay.
Exactly.
Like, in Europe, they don't refrigerate their milk. In the U.S., we boil our milk at such a high boiling point, like well past. Exactly. And it's that way it's refrigerated. And that's why it lasts, for weeks at a time.
Right, a really long time.
Instead of just the couple of days that you need it for. And I'm like, no, it's gross. And the food, guys, so my youngest daughter, Nora, she has ADHD. I can tell when she has more food vibes. Like just her hyperactivity, her emotions are all up and down. And I have been very conscious of looking at it. This has been for probably 3 or 4 years now. It's in everything. Even in things that you're like, there shouldn't be a food diet. Like I'm looking at it. And you're like, there is
You
still
look at
food
other
diet.
countries and things aren't as colorful.
Yes.
The things that are the things that are naturally
So
grown.
it's really
Like berries.
It's really sick and twisted because most of our stuff is colored to make it look more appealing, and most of our foods are directed at kids because when kids see bright color stuff, they want it, they buy it. We're now poisoning our youth essentially. Oh, don't get me started on that.
I watched
you know how it is.
I watched this like documentary about the sugar industry and back when it started and why and all of this crazy stuff, and I was like, I'm never eating sugar again. Like just the whole idea behind it.
Yeah, they're a whole nother game. just started. So you guys got as long as that game takes.
Okay.
All right, it moves quick.
Like 5 minutes. Okay. 5 minutes.
There you go. Good job, coach. I'm like, be efficient. 5 minutes. That's better. I know.
At the mercy
Yeah, but they
of
can no
the
hurry.
line.
I didn't realize it was close.
Wins over there.
Woo.
But I mean, even they were like a minute a point to get to 15. We have probably 15. I have a 19. Well, she's gonna be 19 this month, and my son will be 20. So my daughter, she's 10 years old. She assists on the other coaching team. She said she's gonna try to help me out a little bit today. Because she goes to school at Madonna, so it's not that far. And they played this morning.
Oh, great. Ethan was okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, she plays. So, I hope she comes. It'll be nice to have another, like,
Person who knows how to coach volleyball.
I mean, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. And I feel like at a certain age, most of the girls have a general idea what they need to be doing. I always say practices are about teaching the skills. Churches tend to be managing emotions.
Yeah. Yes.
But, you know, we do our best. I am like a stats geek. And when I head coach, I can't do stats. So that's why, like, I really want this because we make goals together. Like,
Yeah.
this is how you can see you had improvement. It's not just about wins and losses. Like,
Oh, for sure.
I want you to not just feel that you're getting better, but like sometimes you don't feel that. But
Right.
like numbers can show us
Yes.
something. So I always find ways to show them like, look, this got better. Do you see this? Like, okay, now let's challenge ourselves. What's our next like thing we want to do personally too? So that's why I geek out about stats.
I don't know if you remember, but when we had our last tournament, Josie broke her foot, her best friend.
Oh,
So her team is playing on this court. That's why I keep looking over there. They're not anymore. They're done now. They won. But she's right there on her crutches. So I was like, where's Shirley going? Oh, Josie's over there.
I don't remember her. I remember the other girl that I thought was like an older sister that was like 20.
She doesn't play volleyball. She just
I was like, wait, what? You're the same age? But yes, I remember. Did she dance or something? Is that what she does?
yeah, she dances.
See, the brain works.
Yeah.
It's just when it does and doesn't want to. When it doesn't want to is when I'm at work and I'm trying to read something and process it, and my brain just says, I don't want to process.
That's good.
And I'm like, but I need you to.
All right. Girls are back.
That's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
I couldn't tell what was in that bag so loud. She got out her pretzels, whatever that was. She put that. It looked like.
Oh, one long, one short.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. I was looking at the orange shoes.
Oh, I thought you said those are cool shorts, and I was like, oh, what? I thought you said shoe.
I didn't even notice right next to that the fact that she had a one-legged pair of pants. I need to buy new shoes. But now that my joints are better, I actually can buy cute shoes, so now I'm looking at everyone's shoes.
spay boots all the time, but I have to put 2 insoles in
Oh my gosh.
because otherwise I can't wear them.
I was trying to install.
It's okay down there. I was gonna say, yeah, it's probably better.
I'm so scared. I think they're too hard. It was hurting my feet.
Gotcha.
And all the like orthotic things were so hard with no cushion.
They
And then,
smush down and then I have to get new ones.
so it was not, I was doing best if I found shoes that actually were.
No, probably not another half hour. You made it! Yeah. So maybe a little early.
Or later.
I mean, late. Sorry. Totally thought it was 3:30 right now.
Let's eat 7.
Close. How are you? How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Pretty necklace.
Oh yeah, I got everything.
you're done?